Today we're in Lilliput for Corowa District Landcare's on-farm composting workshop with David Hardwick.
We've got people here today that are farmers, broad-scale farmers. We've got people from council, local government, and then we've got smaller gardeners and tree change farmers, I guess, or rural lifestyle blocks. So we've got people at all different sizes, but really the principles of making compost is the same. It's really the equipment you use that's different.
So David has been walking us through exactly what is compost and how it can vary.
Compost really has three roles. It can be a fertiliser and adding nutrients. It can be a soil amendment to help with structure and biochemistry stability in your soil. And the third thing it can do is add microbes. And those three benefits really help your soil's nutrient cycling and therefore plant health, nutritional status of plants, which of course feeds through to the quality of the food that you as a farmer are growing, and therefore human health too. It's kind of like a bit of a magic bullet, well-made compost, in that it really helps improve your soil overall. To make compost, you can either use worms and make kind of worm compost, which is some people do, and then you can make a high oxygen turned compost, which we call aerobic composting. And then another way you can do it, which we've looked at today, is fermentation composting, which is kind of like a low oxygen method, which you cover your compost after making it. We've been exploring the different types of compost, different qualities of compost, and then looking at how you make a batch of compost. So that's sort of a few things to that. You've got to look at the feedstocks, what ingredients you can get. Can you get them locally? Can you get them cheap? Hay, manure, food scraps, etc. And then the other things you need to consider, like equipment, machinery, water, where to set it up, and then actually making a batch and putting it all together. We did some theory, and then we've just been hands-on learning how to make a batch at the tractor scale. So you can make compost with a pitchfork. If you get a bit bigger, you use a tractor and a bucket usually, and then obviously if you get really serious on farm, you'll buy a compost turner at some point. So we got everyone out on site with the ingredients and the water and the tractor, and we broke everyone up into three groups. One group was on the water, they were the water crew. One group was on the ingredients and mixing that crew, and then the other group was on the tarpaulin and the inoculant, and then each group had to do a few jobs to pull it all together. So the fermentation compost uses an inoculum as part of the process, so you add microbes to the compost heap or windrow, and the reason you do that is because it's a low oxygen method. So having specialised microbes that live in low oxygen can be really helpful. So we add them in just to make sure we're getting a consistent result.
If we can help our farmers learn how to make compost on farm, then they'll be increasing their soil carbon and improving their resilience of their farms.
If you can get good quality or make good quality compost, it kind of is a bit of a magic bullet for soils and can really help them function a lot better, whether you're gardening or whether you're broad-scale farming. So again, it's part of that healthy loop of good food systems. It's really at the heart of that in a way.
So we wanted to run this workshop today because we're really passionate about regenerative agriculture and empowering our local farmers to make decisions on their farm to improve their soils and improve their farm resilience on an environmental, social and financial level. If you'd like to learn more about what we're doing at Corowa Landcare, you can jump on our website.